Hey geeks, this is Daniel Ginger from Iowa. When my wife Norma and I aren't jogging up Main Street, USA during a Run Disney event, I'm usually training for the next one by running up Main Street, Iowa at the Disney-influenced Adventureland amusement park where I work. I do this while listening to Curtis and all the Geekin' family on the Geekin' on WDW podcast. So let the magic keep running on.
Hey Disney World geeks, Curtis Stone here, and welcome to episode 425 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. This week, Super Geek and a good friend of mine, Chris Futrell, joins me to review his trip to Disney World. Oh, he had so much fun on a short trip, and he's so much fun to talk to, and I've been having fun chatting with Disney World geeks like Chris for over 7 years. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. I started the podcast with my daughter, Lindsay, and we began by talking about our Disney World trips, and then we brought you guys on, you Disney geeks, to tell your trip stories. You're so positive, caring, and generous. Chris sent me an Epcot mug because Mama broke my Epcot mug. That was when I was off on my trip in October. I come home and he had gotten it on eBay and sent it to me. So just another example how awesome the listeners are. And we do encourage a family atmosphere on the podcast. Before too long, they were calling me the Podfather, and I continue to bring you on, you listeners, to tell your Disney World stories. We'd love for you too to join our Geekin' family. We've got an amazing private discussion group in Facebook. Search for the Geekin' on WDW family. In Facebook, look for the group. There is a page there too, but it's the private discussion group where all the action is, where you can ask questions, share your trip pictures and all those geek meets, and engage with one of the best groups of Disney World fun fans out there on the internet. We are also independent Disney authorized travel agents with Fairy Tale Concierge. So contact Mama and Auntie Judy. Email them, travelingtiaras@gmail.com. Just check the show notes on the podcast app that you listen to the show. Our emails are there for you to remember. It's easy to contact us. We love talking to you guys about your trip plans, and Mom and Auntie Judy will help you book those rooms and dining reservations. I always see them up early in the morning doing dining reservations for our fans and listeners. And they've been away for a few weeks. Mom and I both had a little bit of an illness, but we do like to bring them on each week to see what's going on and get some tips from them. So let's bring them on now. Well, it's been a while, but it's time to go talking with the Traveling Tiaras.
Hey, geeks. How are you all? Hey, Mama. How's it going?
Hi, Judy. Hi, Curtis. It has been a while. Wow.
It has.
How's everybody feeling?
We're much better. I'm much better.
You sound normal again.
I sound normal?
Yes, you do.
Battling colds. Well, it's good to have everyone all back, and we've got I got one listener I'm going to do a shout out with here in a minute, but I got to give a shout out to Mama, who really surprised me. One work day, I went downstairs. Of course, I'm working from home. You were already on the phone with Judy, which is not uncommon.
Right.
He's like, we got a surprise for you. What was your surprise for me, Mom?
Well, I got a little pop-up message from Southwest Air for their $39 sale. And just for the fun of it, I went and looked at your February trip to see if I could reduce the price there, and actually ended up being able to do that, but one day earlier. So you're flying in a day early for $39.
That's fantastic. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I got a sale airfare, but I had to come in one day earlier to get the sale.
Isn't that a shame?
Yeah.
But you know what? It almost turned to be a wash, really.
Right. Well, that's magic to your ears for a geek.
Yeah.
That is.
It's a no-brainer. That's one free day
And then Mama talked me into, well, you need to go the same day Kurt's arriving. So,
Well, that was the other part of the equation.
I didn't know about that part.
yeah. But we're going to get there later than you. So I think we're probably not going to go into a park that first day. But I was thinking Disney Springs for dinner sounds really nice.
Yeah, and I was messaging my geeking dudes, and there's a bunch of people that are going to be down there early enough too. So gonna get it started. This is a pattern I think we've done before, Judy.
I think so.
Add another day here and there, in the beginning or the end.
Are you game for Disney Springs for dinner? Because I'll make a reservation.
Oh, I'm gonna think about that all. I haven't really, for Tuesday when I get in.
Yeah,
February 1st,
or you could. I mean, if you wanted to do it in a park, we could, make a reservation and come over to whatever park you guys are going to.
I tell you, I was listening back for my Patreon recordings, the bonus podcast. I found the recording from Raglan Road, and I had so much fun with the Irish singers, John and I.
Yes, you did.
I think Judy and I were talking that night, or she called me, or you were on Facebook Live, and she says, Are you watching this?
Love that place.
And we were laughing and laughing.
It was so funny.
Your out of tune singing,
yes,
and rolling our eyes. And saying,
oh my gosh!
Angela Noyes was with us.
We could tell you were having a good time.
That's it. I love an Irish pub music place outside, nice and warm. Yeah, we had a really good time.
Was that Irish whiskey keeping it nice and warm too? Or whatever it was.
Oh my gosh.
It must have.
We were having some fun, and I couldn't believe I had it recorded, so it came out pretty good.
Yeah, classic.
So there you go. We'll do some damage.
Well, you do realize that the day to make our ADRs is like coming up really quick.
Okay. Well, the other thing I got to do is get my annual pass. We decided I'm going to get the annual pass. So
are you? That makes sense for the number of days you're going to be going.
Got to do that.
You can do that right online.
You can't as a DVC member.
Oh, you can't?
You cannot.
No. Oh my God. So you got to call them in?
You got to call.
Good luck.
We got to do this. I got some feedback from a listener that was really fun, and I think you'll like this, guys. And then I asked him to give us a couple questions. We're going to cover that. For Zach Reed, welcome to the Geekin' family.
Yay! Hey,
Welcome, Zach.
He said, well, this came in through the Facebook page. It's kind of funny. Facebook, I don't know. They've got a bad problem because you got a Facebook page, you got a Facebook group, and everyone gets confused. Yes. So, Zach, you came in through the messenger of the Facebook page, which I hardly ever look at, but now he's in the group, so that's all cool. I'll figure it out.
His picture, yeah.
So that's cool. And then I friended him, and so he messaged directly. But Zach came in this way. I know it's confusing, but yeah, all the talk and discussions happen in the Facebook group in case you're looking for that. But anyways, Zach says, absolutely love the podcast, Kurt. And he's got an exclamation point. I've been listening every week for around 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Since before the first time my wife and I took our boys to Disney. His oldest turns 8 in December, and he's got one that's 6 years old, Harrison.
Perfect age to go.
He says, my oldest Caleb turns 8 in December, and Harrison will turn 6 in the parks here in a couple of weeks. That's cool.
Awesome.
Because we're an every 2 years family, but in the meantime, we're up in Maine, dreaming about being in the parks and geeking on Walt Disney. Really appreciate everything you and the Tierras do, and all the other geeks to bring the magic every week. And he says, thank you.
Nice.
That was very nice.
Very nice.
That never gets old. Yeah, right?
When is that going? Did he say?
It looks like he's going in a couple weeks.
Oh, wow.
At Christmas time. That would be a lot of fun, Zach.
Oh, the Christmas decorations are amazing. Good.
He's got a couple of questions.
Talk to you guys about today.
He's got a couple of questions for us, so I thought we'd cover them. Yeah, he says, first question I have is, we're staying at Pop Century, so the perk of having the Skyliner available to get to Hollywood Studios and Epcot, but is the Skyliner a good option for rope dropping? Great.
Yes.
Great question.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
I think. Yes. What's your answer, Judy?
Yes.
She's not sure.
Yeah.
Do not drive to the parks. Take the Skyliner.
Now you would know, even though you're not from Maine, you're from Connecticut, you drive down too.
Yes. Once we park the car, we never get back in it.
So what's the advantage of taking the Skyliner versus driving in?
Because if you drive, they hold you at the gate before they let you in. And the Skyliner, especially into those two parks, drops you right off by the gate. Epcot, you're right by the international gate. And at Hollywood Studios, you are so much closer than taking a bus that you can just walk over. You're not very far from the entrance either. And you can get there in about 10 minutes, maybe, tops.
Yeah, and Hollywood Studios, I think they're still doing this. They're opening up really early. So because you're staying at a Disney resort, that 30-minute extra time.
Big difference.
Huge. And I was sitting, when John and I were there, gosh, the park opened, I said, what was it, for 8:30 because of the extra half hour? But we were already at 8 o'clock in line for Mickey's and Minnie's Railway. So you want to get there like an hour before the park opens.
If you're taking the bus, I would say if you're taking the bus, try to be on that bus by 6:45, no later than 7.
This is a Skyliner he was talking about in particular.
I know, but if you that's for the buses. But if you're taking the Skyliner, as soon as they are running, just wait in line and get on there. And I think they're about a half an hour before opening. So
well. When I took the Skyliner, the only one I really rope dropped the whole trip was the studios, and that was just because I had a 9:30 reservation to drink at Oga's. So I went in early, and I literally walked onto Mickey and Minnie's railroad, and I was on that before 8:30.
Of course, they might be wanting to do Rise of the Resistance, so get there early because I know when I was there, it was a long, lots of people. Most people are going there.
At 8:30, the line at rope drop, the line for that was unbelievable.
Yeah, because they don't have the boarding pass system going.
The other thing that we did with the Skyliner, staying at Pop, when we would go to the Magic Kingdom, we obviously had to take the bus into the Magic Kingdom. But Epcot was always open later than the Magic Kingdom. So we would hop on the Skyliner, take the Skyliner, start again. We'd hop on the monorail at Magic Kingdom, go to transportation and ticket, take the monorail over to Epcot, walk through Epcot and get on the Skyliner. It was faster than waiting for a bus, and it was much nicer.
Wow. There you go.
So we never took the bus. The only park we took the bus to and from was Animal Kingdom.
There's lots of tips there, Zach.
So if he's got a park hopper, he can definitely do that. And the other advantage of being at Pop is that if you want to make reservations at any of the restaurants at the Boardwalk Beach Club area, you can do that, and then you can hop the Skyliner to get home. It's so convenient.
Yeah, it's just great.
That's great.
As we've said, the Skyliner is a game changer.
Yep.
Makes those two resorts there, including, well, let's say
Art
3, Caribbean Beach too, but Art of Animation, those 3 are.
It's a way to go.
All right. Here's, we love to talk about food on this podcast. So he's got a food question. It says,
well, I have an answer. And what I'm going to do
I didn't give you the question yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll answer.
You're jumping ahead of me.
I am. I know. I'm sorry.
We can read your mind.
He says his other questions about dining. We're still not quite comfortable bringing our boys inside to dine. Do they have any recommendations for restaurants with outdoor seating or mobile to-go table service? He says thank you and thank the Tiaras too.
Okay, so I found a great PDF, so I will post that into the Geekin group so people can see it.
All right.
Put out. But for outdoor dining, almost all the quick services you can get the food. A lot of them have tables where you can sit outside. Mm-hmm. And there are a few restaurants that you can sit outside, like Magic Kingdom.
I want to ask your favorites, Judy. What's your favorites in each park for the quick service to go?
It's different. I like at Magic Kingdom, it's Tony's.
For outdoors,
there is a porch that you can sit on.
Right.
They've got indoor seating, but they do have some. Disney's Hollywood Studios, there are no sit-down restaurants other than that you can get food outside, other than the lounge at Brown Derby.
Yes, I was thinking
all
that.
of all of the quick services, you can sit outside.
Well, I would say
Every
Brown
one of them.
Derby, get there right when it opens. Like it used to be at noon. Because I was talking to a listener, I did a trip report, and they said they couldn't get out there. It was such a long line.
So popular now.
Yeah, it
but
is.
you can get food out there and sit outside. That's one of our favorite spots of all
All
time.
right. At Epcot, your favorite, Curtis, Spice Road Table has outdoor seating.
I thought you were going to.
Yeah, but so does Rose and Crown. They have an outdoor area, and almost all of their seating there's like a porch, and then there's an area where there's no covering. Via Napoli has outside seating, and Tutto Italia has outside seating, plus all of their quick services, like your barbecue place that's got outdoor.
You're missing one of which is really my favorite.
What was that?
The Mexican Pavilion outdoor for the frozen lime margaritas and nachos.
Well, that's a given, yeah.
Right.
That's outdoors.
Right. Well, I was getting to that because that's a quick service.
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom, the only place that you can sit outside is the Nomad Lounge, and you can get a lot of the food from Tiffin's. But then again, all of the other, like Satuli Canteen, there's a whole giant area that's all outside to eat.
Yeah, the quick services are great.
There's a lot of outside places.
They're great food at the quick services.
Yeah,
well, you got the barbecue place.
Right.
There's a beautiful outdoor area, and that's
beautiful. Yak and Yeti. You can sit out in the back outside
with the quick service. That's a great one. Flame Tree Barbecue is another one.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
The barbecue Flame Tree has got a beautiful,
that's
the food is it's on par with a lot of sit down restaurants.
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah. We could do a whole trip report or a whole thing about just eating quick serve. It's not an issue at all. Yeah,
absolutely. And then there's lots at Disney Springs. There's a lot of places at Disney Springs that you can sit down outside. That are sit-down restaurants that do have tables outside. But like I said, I'll post this PDF sheet on the Geeky group so that he can look it over.
And I can tell you, at Raglan Road, you could probably eat outside. And
yes, you can. It's on the list.
And there's going to be entertainment with some music playing, too.
There you go. Jock Lindsay's, you can sit outside.
I was going to say, at Magic Kingdom, Casey's Corner comes up a lot, and there's a lot of nice outdoor seating there, too.
Yeah.
I had a great hot dog.
And so at Pecos Sam, too, they have some outdoor seating
Pecos
over there. Pecos, what did I say? Pecos
Sam.
Pecos Sam.
Pecos Sam.
The new one,
Pecos
Margarita.
Sam.
I didn't know about that one.
When it came out. I'm thinking Trader Sam, right?
Yeah. Pecos Bill has the best garbage can that you can sit and eat at. I did that. I had a really nice meal on the top of the garbage can.
Yeah.
If you're near the boardwalk, well, like Judy, like you were saying, if you're staying at the Pop, you go to the boardwalk. Big River Grill has an outdoor area, and I think even Beaches and Cream you could.
From the takeout window, I guess.
The takeout window,
to get a little snack.
The boardwalk. This is Trattoria Alfarno has. They did. I saw them. When we had breakfast there, they do have tables at Trattoria Alfarno that you can eat outside.
Well, just hope it's not raining. That's when you're going
to...
Unless you got cover over yourself or some places.
Yeah.
Well, you could go over to Geyser Point.
Yes, you can.
That's technically...
Wilderness Lodge.
It's kind of open air.
It's kind of open air, yeah. So great places too.
There's a lot of places to eat outside.
Very good. I didn't put this in your list of things I'm going to ask you, but he did put in when you join the private Facebook group, you get some questions. And he's interested in the DAS Pass.
Oh, the expert on that is Tony Ann.
Yeah, but he got one of our gals inside of our group definitely gave him all. Nothing has really changed much. Yeah. The DAS Pass, right? You ask for it. Disney will grant that to you. It's essentially walk up to the cast members at the
guest services.
Well, yeah, to pick it up, the guest services. But when you go up to the ride, you just tell them you have the DAS Pass, and they'll give you a time to come back, right?
No, not anymore.
No, you do it online now.
Oh, no, on the My Disney Experience app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. See,
So
good thing I
it's
asked.
streamlined a little bit, but same. Everything else is the same. You just don't have to make that trip up to the cast members anymore. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
schedule it. Yeah.
Even better.
So there you go.
They'll give you time to come back,
Exactly.
so you don't have to wait in the line for.
That's one of the best things they've done. That's really great.
It's easy to use. We get all good reports from the usage of that. No problem. You shouldn't have any problem with that, Zach. So thanks for all the questions and for listening for 5 years. It's really interesting.
Well, he was incognito or under the radar for a
He
while.
was.
Yeah, I know. You don't be shy. Reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you. You can email the Traveling Tiaras to travelingtiaras@gmail.com if you need some help with your trip. And definitely ask all your questions in the group. You're going to get all kinds of great advice.
And don't ever think that it's too soon to try to plan a trip. Don't wait until 2 months before you go, because rooms go really quick. It's hard to get the dates.
And park reservations may not be what you want.
It might get
So-
busier too in the year coming
So
up.
if you're
harder.
thinking, if you want to go at Christmas, already think about next Christmas. We can book you for next year, and
There you go.
we already have booked people for next year
Yeah, I was
Christmas.
going to say, we have several already ready to go.
Well, Margita, did you have anything, tips or
Yes.
interesting thing from this
Yeah.
week?
Yes, she
Interesting.
does.
I wanted to do something fun instead of talking about how people are mad about, Genie Plus or
Are they?
crowds or anything.
Yeah, it's been.
So, some of my favorite times that we've spent down in Disney as a family was with at Christmas time, right?
Yes.
This year, I just love being in Epcot at Christmas time because of the spectacular foods and the Santas all around the World Showcase. All this stuff is going to happen day after Thanksgiving, November 26th. That's when you can visit the Santas, the different Santas. What are they called? I don't want to say Santas. The different
Santa's around the world or something like that.
Yeah, it's it's actually, they call it holiday entertainment. Each pavilion will have kind of like a themed to whatever their Santa or their
Christmas customs.
Christmas custom is at that pavilion. And that I just found so much fun with the kids. They get the kids involved. It's just fun to listen to. They're also going to, and they tell stories about their culture. It's so much fun. But I also noticed that they're going to have a couple of new things. Well, new to me anyways. The holiday cookie stroll.
Yeah, they had that before the Great
I thought they had that last year. Yeah.
I don't know if they had it last year, but that sounds like a lot of fun.
It does. You get a little passport and they stamp it and you stop at each place around the world and get your cookie, and it's just fun. You got to purchase
A cookie.
that. Yeah.
But
They also
not hard
have
to do.
a scavenger hunt, Olaf scavenger hunt, which is like $10, right?
I
And it's
saw
like
that.
the
Yeah.
things that they do, like when you do, when they have the festivals where you go around the world and you find little things. That sounds just adorable. You get a little map and you got to put your stickers on, and then you get a prize or a little gift when you complete your card. That is just so much fun. Yeah, $9.99 plus tax. So
I saw pictures of the little Olaf that he's like on a little sled. It looks adorable. It's so cute.
It's just so much fun. And then the last thing that I've kind of dug around for today was looking at one of our favorite things, foods for the holiday. And I dug up this foodie guide for the Disney resort hotels instead of just at the parks. I'll put the link to that on the group. But just to give you an idea, okay, all-star resorts at the food court. You can actually get a Thanksgiving dinner there on Thanksgiving Day,
Nice.
if you're there. Boardwalk Bakery, you can get all kinds of delicious little Mickey Mouse gingerbread cookie, a mini sugar cookie, peppermint bark, root beer float, just all these cool little things, all these yummy little bites at the resorts. Definitely visit the resorts if you're there for holiday time too, because they decorate them. You can stop and get something delicious to eat.
When you said gingerbread, it made me remember that the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian is back.
It's back.
Here. Yes.
Yep. So
Hooray.
Just love the holidays at Disney.
Absolutely. It's, like you said, it starts right after Thanksgiving, right?
Right. Well, the holidays around the world at Epcot does. There's other stuff going on. I mean, you'll be able to see Christmas decorations and trees and all the stuff at the resorts, but the actual holidays around the world starts day after Thanksgiving at Epcot.
Disney Springs had a tree, like scavenger
Christmas
hunt.
Tree trail.
That's back too.
So
that's back.
Everybody loves Christmas time down in Disney World. Great one, Mom. And
yeah.
Be happy.
Judy, do you have something to finish up with?
I've been reading a really nice magazine about Walt Disney put out by the History Channel, so maybe I can share some stuff from that eventually as I dig through it.
I saw that same thing. It was at the grocery store when you're checking out.
That's where I got it. Speaking of books, did you start reading your birthday book, Margita?
I did. Oh my gosh.
What did you get for your birthday? I thought your birthday was in July.
There's a story behind this. I got Margita a great big, what they call a coffee table book about Walt Disney's 50 years. I ordered it well before her birthday, and it arrived last week.
Well, it wasn't.
Where'd you get it from?
Amazon.
Oh, wow.
She pre-ordered
2 day
it.
shipping, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, pre-order. I gotcha.
It wasn't even published yet.
That's cool.
I think I've been bugging you since September, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to arrive at the end of September. Yeah. End of September was when it was supposed to ship. So it was about a month and a half late. But at least it came. So that's good.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Love it. One of my favorite gifts ever, Judy. Thank you.
All right. We're gearing up for,
good.
You got your birthday present, and now we're gearing up for Christmas time.
Thanksgiving. Let's not forget
Thanksgiving. And I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. Got a turkey today.
Yeah.
Starting to feel like.
We got ours too.
Definitely feeling like Thanksgiving around here in New England. It's cold and leaves are.
Snow tomorrow too.
They're saying it might snow a little bit tonight.
Oh my
tomorrow.
gosh! I can't wait till February.
I'm not ready.
I can't wait till G3 down in Florida.
It better be warm.
Well, great talking to you guys. We've missed you. I'm glad everyone.
Talk to you all. We missed all of you guys.
I'm glad you're all feeling better. Well, it's just Mom and I. Came down with the croup, as we used to say back when the kids were little.
But that really got you for a long time, the two of you.
Yeah.
2 weeks, Judy. I thought it was bad the first week, and then the second week I had no voice. So
and then it's been like almost 3 weeks for you. It's been a long time.
It's been going around in the schools.
Hanging on.
I don't know how we got it, but I might have brought it back from Florida.
Probably.
All right. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, now it's time for the featured trip report. At first, I was just going to do a Patreon recording with Chris. I think he was one of the ones that gave me a suggestion. We could do a Meet the Geek segment for the Patreon bonus podcasts that I send out to everyone who joins and contributes to the podcast through patreon.com. But this was such a great report. I had so much fun. I just had to release it to all of you. And I didn't think I could get enough content from a 2-day trip, but he went down there to see Happily Ever After for the first time. You'll hear his story. He's such a funny guy. He got a mystery hotel deal. He surprised me with a ride that he's never rode before. And he's got plenty of food reviews. Yeah, he's a great geek and foodie, like many of our listeners are. So you hear about Captain Cook's first time at Skipper Cantenn. The Food and Wine Festival eats, lots of great details, some fun geek meets. He goes to Jock Lindsay's Wolfgang Puck's for dinner. He's going to give you a Grand Marnier slushy review. That's a famous drink down at the Epcot World Showcase. He checks out the Epcot Forever fireworks and one of our favorite restaurants of all time. I know it is one of mine. Boma for breakfast. I've never done breakfast before, but boy, the geeks certainly do talk about that buffet very fondly. I love the dinner there. So glad the buffets are back at Disney World. And Chris, well, he proves that one of our super geeks can go for a 2-night stay and come back with tons of fun to report back to us. It's a short trip, but it's packed with lots of details. It's likely the longest trip report from the shortest trip we've ever had. Geekin' on Walt Disney World. I don't often do a trip report on a Saturday afternoon, but I had to make a special occasion here out of this one because this guy is awesome. Becoming a friend of mine for sure since the last G3. You know, I was just at an event earlier today and the speaker was talking about relationships and how important relationships are. And I think that's a big thing of this podcast. I'm so proud of all the friends that get to meet each other and I get to meet them. I'm so happy to bring my next guest to do a trip report. And his name is Chris Futrell.
Hey there, geeks. Hey, Kurt.
Hey, Chris. I'm so glad that we can cover your trip and do a trip report proper.
Me too.
I know there's a lot of pressure on you because you're kind of like our geekin' comedian.
Yeah, well, you know, the pressure is real sometimes to be funny all the time, but today I'm going to be very serious, somber almost. I'm going to be like Sam, the American Eagle.
Everyone loves your posts. I think you're not always doing them in our group, but our private Facebook group, but also on your own private Facebook, I think. Judy always says to me, did you see Chris's post?
Yeah, I get that a lot. Sometimes I get private messages from people going, hey, is everything all right? Look, if you don't know by now, nothing on my personal page is true. Okay, none of it. You don't have to worry about me. We're good.
Except for your love of podcasts, especially Disney World podcasts, right, Chris?
True enough.
How many are on the rotation?
I just dropped about 5 of them, but I picked up 4 more. So
a net one? Well, not that minus one.
Well, the thing is, podcasts, especially like, you know, you'll get one and then there'll be a spring off of that one. Like it'd be like a Mork and Mindy from Happy Days, kind of a spinoff of what, you know, because I started listening to you guys and then The Crush. And then now, you know, we got Price for Paradise by Lauren Hawkins. And of course, Kevin Curtis Allen's The Brit's Guide to DVC. And then of course I listened to the Dub-de-Dub and from that sprung off onto Monorail Tales, which is kind of some of their main members of the EdCot community who started that. And so it's just, you know, it's kind of like my old English professor used to tell me in college. He said, if you find a footnote, stomp on it quickly before it can breed. And I feel like that's kind of how Disney podcasts are, you know, because you hear something and you're like, boy, I wish they talk about this. Well, hey, why don't I talk about this? And then, you know, start their own. And believe me, I've thought about it myself, but
I bet you have. I've thought that. Yes, I think we've inspired some other podcasts and yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I like hanging out with other podcasters also. I'm bringing on one actually Tuesday night. I'm recording with another one, Jeremy Stein from the Main Street podcast. Main Street USA podcast, something like that. So yeah, I'm always reaching out. Well, you know, they have a love for Disney World for sure.
They do. And it's great networking for both the person on the podcast and the person who is hosting it. I mean, they get exposure either way.
It is because the podcasting Disney community, they're out there looking for others like you.
They are. I found you guys through Chad Pennycuff's podcast.
That's
you were
right.
a guest. You were a guest on his, and I was like, I'm gonna go check out this Geekin' podcast. And so, you know.
Well, I'm so glad you become such a close friend of ours, and I got to thank you here in public on the podcast for offering up some space. Actually, an extra bed. I was going to say the couch, but I think are we going to have 2 beds, or is it going to be a king size bed, or what's the deal?
A queen size and a Murphy queen size. So yeah, we should have plenty of room for the 2 of us. Once I move to Grand Destino and I have a king bed, yeah, you're out of a room at that point. But I think you're going to stay with Glenn then. I'm send you over. He's like, we're like the parents. He's the other parent who's like, well, your visitation with me is over. Now you got to go see Uncle Glenn.
Oh, it's so much fun. It's going to be like I think it's going to be like a back to college thing for me. So going to be with Chris a couple nights, and then Glenn and I. And we just picked up another, who is it? Andy Hoffman's going to be with us. I just learned too. So.
Oh, really? In that room?
Yeah. I think
Very
Brian
cool.
Wall is not going to be there. So we're going to have Andy. Yeah. We got a close knit group, right, Chris?
We do. The community from this podcast is just unbelievable.
We're going to talk about that in your trip report. I just noticed, and I got to get her. She's somewhat quiet, but she's so awesome. Samantha, I saw you met up with on your trip, right?
Yeah.
She hardly even said anything about this trip. I didn't see her posting a whole lot. And, she comes to our Zoom calls pretty much every Wednesday. I gotta see. Do you know how long she went for?
She was there for 4 days.
Okay.
4 or 5 days. Yeah. She had a decent sized trip.
Very good.
And she took a non-geek but Disney person with her, and then a totally non-Disney person with her.
Oh, okay.
So I got to meet both of them. And the one girl that she brought, Rebecca, she's a geek in all but name. I guarantee you she'll be into the podcast community here soon. She's
I just
GDC
approved.
member. She's all the way in.
I think I just approved one of Samantha. Sometimes in the Facebook, you can. I don't know how you do it, but you can send us. And they invite themselves, or she invited them to our group, and I approved it. So yeah, I think that's who it was. Well, let's talk about this. When did you go, Chris?
I went on Friday, February. Yeah. No, I didn't go. I did go on Friday, February, but not this trip. This was Friday, September 17th through Sunday, the 19th.
Excellent. So what was your motivation to go to Disney World?
My motivation was solely to see Happily Ever After. That was the driving force when they announced the month before that it was going away for good. I think a lot of us had hoped that after the 50th, it was going to come back. And then they announced this will be the end of Happily Ever After's run, which is a very short run. I mean, Wishes was like 17 years or something, like the 10 years. And then Happily Ever After got 4, and even in the 4, 4 of those months were COVID shutdown and 6 more months with no fireworks. So it's very frustrating because it's such a good show. But my point of contention was that I had still never seen the show in person.
Oh,
I had only seen it on YouTube. My last 2 trips, G3 and our family trip in December, there were still no fireworks. So, and the trip before that was during the last season of Wishes. Okay. So I had not got to see Happily Ever After except on YouTube. So I was, I had sent a message to my wife saying, this is so sad that this is going away and that I haven't got to see it. And she came back with, well, do you think you'd be able to sneak a trip down there? And I said, don't play with me, woman. Seriously. Don't even. Yeah. If you are putting this up as a possibility, I will make this happen, and I'll make it happen for cheap. And I did. Yeah. And so she was like, if you can make it happen for under $1,000, go. And I got it in for $700. So
good for you.
I was very pleased with it.
Well done.
Thank you.
So cool. I didn't know that you hadn't seen it in person.
Yeah.
What do you, we're going to talk about your resort, and we're going to get into some food too. But now that you brought it up, what'd you think of Happily Ever After?
It was wonderful. And it rained all day, but no lightning. And the rain kind of tapered off right before the show started. So we got to see the entire show. Tinkerbell flew the whole 9 yards, even stuff that doesn't happen during lightning or really heavy rains. It had tapered off enough to let the whole show go through. And I may have gotten a little emotional, but it was fantastic. Yeah.
Spectacular. It's quite my only complaint with it is there's just so much going on. All right. It's hard to follow. For me, it was just like, wow, this is just you kind of have to pick a focus point and stay with it, or else, because there is so much to see. The projections, the pyro, the outlane pyro that's going on the way perimeters. And you're missing a lot if you don't have a fish angle lens on your eyeballs, but it's still just so incredible. Now, have you seen the new show of fireworks. Did you cheat?
I have not. I have not cheated. I'm not going to cheat.
You're not a cheater either. Okay.
I'm going to wait until I see, you do give mama a lot of crap about being a cheater, but she doesn't go nearly as often as you do. She would have to wait for sometimes a year and a half, 2 years without. So I think you need to cut mama a little bit of slack here.
I got to have something to tease her about.
I know. I know that the Twitterverse has not been kind to this new show. And most of what I've seen on Facebook has not been real kind either. But I think people are comparing it to Happily Ever After. It's a different show, but you would think that Disney would want to up the ante with, that'd
be hard. That'd be hard.
I haven't heard anyone who said they've upped the ante. Everyone says, yeah, it's cute. It's cute. It's okay, but it's not, I don't know. That's difficult because I know a lot of people were the same way when Wishes left. In fact, I know your daughter was a much bigger fan of Wishes, including the soundtrack. And I've heard her talk about that before. Lindsay is, I prefer the song of Happily Ever After, but I know she really liked the Wishes song. And every show is going to have its huge, it's what holds that emotional attachment for you. And, for me, even though the first show I saw was Wishes, at that point, I wasn't really huge into Disney. My love for it really grew quite a bit after that. And so Happily Ever After was the score and the soundtrack that I always think of when I think of Magic Kingdom fireworks.
It's amazing how Disney geeks connect to these fireworks shows. Think about it, right, Chris? I mean, you said you got emotional at it. I know everyone did with Wishes. The song Illuminations had a nice theme. And so I don't know. I can't even remember this last one that much. The music was all over the place. Maybe people like that part of it.
It does, but Disney does a better job at engaging your senses, your five senses, more than any place I've ever seen. There are things, you smell that pirate water and you are immediately back on that attraction. You smell the waffle cones coming from the Plaza ice cream parlor, and I mean, it's just, and it's the same way with that music soundtrack from that, or the visual of the fireworks, and just they engage your senses more than any other place I've ever seen. And that's what creates nostalgia. They have made a career out of creating nostalgia.
It's an extra, it just blows all your senses out of the water. And I mean, I always say it's just like all these highs and sometimes some lows when there's no in between. It's like you're going full stink or you're dog tired or you're starving to death. And then you're like so full you can't move. There's just extremes at all ends of the spectrum.
No, you're right. You go from Main Street smelling the confectionery and the cinnamon rolls and then step onto the monorail and get that white light whiff of nursing home. And you're like, what is that? Is that urine? And I love the monorail, but still, it just, it just has that. You just never know. Highs and lows. You're right.
People's emotions, crying, laughter, then the fights, unfortunately, and the great moments of joy. I mean, it's like no other place that maybe that's why we love it so much. One of the reasons. Yeah.
Some of my other, Disney friends were down there because as we're recording this, it's October 2nd.
Yeah.
So yesterday was the 50th celebration kicked off, and it was pretty incredible. They said that the wait times on the rides really weren't that bad, but the Emporium was an absolute madhouse. They said they saw a fist fight over a Loungefly backpack in the middle of the Emporium. That's just crazy to me, but.
Yes, we got Auntie Judy down there right now. We've got a bunch of geeks. Loving seeing the pictures and the geek meets happening. But you're right. Hey, the good and the bad of our favorite place. Well, Chris, let's get into the trip report a little bit here. I like how you did we'll go day by day. I mean, this was how many nights are we talking?
2 nights.
Oh, that's
yeah, 2 nights. It was Friday and Saturday night. I kind of count Thursday night because I drove about 2 hours from my home up to St. Louis which is just 2 hours away, and drove up there and stayed at a park and fly hotel. Since my flight was leaving at 6 a.m., I really didn't want to get up at 1:30 to get to the airport. So I like using those park and fly hotels. And so I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express there, which was a debacle in and of itself. They had some of the front desk trainees out cleaning rooms. Half their staff was gone. I waited for 3 hours to get a room, and I didn't show up till 8 o'clock at night. So it was 11 p.m. before they finally had a room for me. And I really think I only got a room because I sat right in front of the front desk and just gave the guy the stink eye the whole time until he was like, "Sir, I think we can probably get you in a room right now." I was like, wow. I would really appreciate that.
Was it really crowded then too, you think? Or
it didn't feel like it was crowded. I know they were buying us drinks at the bar, and they ended up taking off half my bill. So they did right by me. I mean, I don't want to complain too much about the hotel because they did try and do right. Yeah. But that being said, by that time I was frustrated, I was tired, and I went and laid down and did not sleep one bit. I mean, I just could not sleep. I don't know whether it was being excited for the trip or I had some weird back issues going on that night. So I don't know why. Finally, at about 3 o'clock in the morning, I gave it up as a bad job and got up and got everything packed up and just went down to wait on the shuttle. So, but got to the airport about 4:30. They always try and tell you, you need to be there 2 hours early. I could have been there 20 minutes early and it would have been fine. I got through security in 15 minutes, through everything. And I was only carrying on. I didn't check anything. So then, you're just waiting next to the gate for 2 hours while before your flight finally leaves. But the flight itself was pretty uneventful. So I got to MCO about right before 10 o'clock, about 9:55. And having no checked luggage, it made it real quick to just head straight to Magical Express. I did use Magical Express this trip. I know those times are coming to an end very quickly,
end of the year,
but I wanted to use it while I still have it. And so I went down there. There was no line. I mean, I went all the way directly to the bus. In fact, I didn't even have to wait for a bus. They were like, "Hey, this one's almost done loading." So I was on the bus within 20 minutes after getting off the plane. And so on the Magical Express, I was the last drop off. Of course, I always am. But either way, I got dropped off. It was probably about 10:30. Well, 10, about 10:45, I guess. I got dropped off at All Star Movies.
Yes.
And now how I got my resort was a whole different story. I had booked an offsite resort. I was like, for 2 nights, I can use Lyft. I can do whatever I need to do. This place has shuttle to the parks. I know it's not going to be like the bus system, but it'll be all right for 2 nights. And I had it for $90 a night, which was a great price. Yeah. But I've been hearing Tony Ann talk about these Hotwire deals and how if you really scour and you know what to look for on these Hotwire deals, these mystery deals, they don't tell you what it is until you pay for it. You have to pay before they actually tell you where you're staying on these last minute mystery deals. But if you look for certain things, if it's in the Bonnet Creek area, if it has no resort fees, but it does have parking fees, I mean, you can narrow these things down to where you can try and find actual Disney hotels that Hotwire has like booked blocks of. And then at last minute, if they haven't got rid of all of them, they'll put them on these mystery deals. And sure enough, I went for it. I decided to gamble and I got All Star Movies. So I canceled my offsite. And now all of a sudden I don't have to lift from the airport and I don't have to, I'm got to use the bus system. So it worked out really well in that regard.
All right. Kermit's happy. Well done, my friend.
I was pretty happy too. I was really excited about that.
Hit the lottery.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, it would have been better if it was the Polynesian, but I mean,
well, that's another thing you got to look for. I was looking for value.
Too far from Bonnet Creek.
Yeah. And so I got there. Of course, the room wasn't ready. It was still early in the day. I didn't expect it to be. So I checked my baggage with Bell Services, said I'm going to go ahead and head to the park. So they checked my bags. They said, when you come back, they'll already be in your room. We'll take care of that. I was like, great. I didn't even know they still did that. Because I know Magical Express doesn't do your luggage anymore. So I didn't know the rooms would go ahead and take it to your room, but they do apparently.
Oh, I got to remember that. talk to Mom because I'm going in Friday. I'm going down to Disney World as we're speaking right now. And, Mom and Judy take care of me when I go. Like, I don't have to worry about all this stuff, Chris. They're my travel agents. They're my travel guides. I just do what they tell me to do. So I went to G3
which is exactly why you haven't eaten at Spice Road Table.
There is that trade-off. Right? There is that trade-off. And I don't really know. I'm not going to do Spice Road Table, I don't think, unless some geeks are in the park in the Epcot that day and they say, come on, Curtis, we got to do Spice Road Table. That's the only way I'll probably do it, because I'm going to probably save that as an event for G3 because it's been kind of a fun inside joke.
Yeah, true enough.
But yeah, I was just thinking, I gotta tell her to give me the intricate details. Like, you got to pick up your bags for, even though you're going on the Magical Express. We have a charter flight though too, so I'm not even sure what that means.
That may be a whole different scenario that you.
I know. I hope I don't screw up. Now, my friend John, who is my son's father-in-law, who offered this trip to me, I'm going down there acting like I'm an expert, and it's the reason why he's bringing me. So I know I'm going to screw up, Chris. I'm going to have all my geeks like on call for any questions I have.
You're like me, Kurt. You have the book knowledge, but when you get down there, you tend to get a little flustered. I'm
afraid I'm not going to find the Magical Express. I'm going to freeze, Chris.
Hey, I will tell you right now, I watched a YouTube video walkthrough from the Southwest Terminal to Magical Express before I left, just because I've only done the solo trip once, and my wife's pretty familiar with it. So I've only done the solo trip for G3 once. So I wanted to refresh myself on exactly how I need to get there, especially since I'm skipping baggage. So yeah, I get exactly what you're saying.
It's like when you're not the driver, you don't know how to get to point A to point B. Because
if you'll remember last G3 on our Animal Kingdom day, you and I got off the safari and we were like, well, it's about time to head to Nomad Lounge. And we went the longest possible way. We ended up almost walking to Dino Land before we got to Nomad. So that just tells you that we are two peas in a pod when it comes.
See what I'm saying?
We'll get there,
I feel like an idiot. He's with the Podfather, 7 years doing a podcast and can't find the Nomad Lounge.
God, I hope we can find our room at Pop.
For real, you get lost in. That's my wife's. She got both at Caribbean Beach. They're a little different. They're a little harder. Caribbean Beach, and what's the other one there over French Quarter? That one, those you can get really lost in those resorts.
Yes, definitely.
Well, so we'll have to get our phones all set with Find My Phone, or what's those apps that you can track us down.
We'll have to put Life 360 on us and have somebody else on there saying, "Oh, look, I don't know what they're doing over there, but they're lost. Let's go find them." I actually only get lost at Disney Springs. That place confuses me. I'm like, I am the park map when it comes to Epcot or Magic Kingdom, but you get me in Disney Springs, I'm like, now where is, I don't know where the boathouse is. I'm sure it's near water somewhere, but
I haven't really explored. I've I go to Jock Lindsay's, I go to Wine Bar George, what's the chicken place there? Art Smith's, Homecoming. I'm kind of in that Raglan Road area. Get me outside of that and I'm lost. True. Nice. So good.
Yeah. So I was staying at All Star Movies. Yep. It's one of the ones that has had the refurb recently. They've kind of pushed back the other two All Stars opening dates a little bit. So the remodel was very nice. I was very impressed with the rooms. I would stay there again. Yeah. I can say that.
What do you think?
I would.
What was, because I said the same thing about Pop Century. I thought very contemporary. I liked the way they had the Murphy bed that came down. It saved so much space. Yes. They look identical to Pop. The bathroom with the sliding door and the new showers, they're great. I mean, I just was really impressed. Nice.
The only drawback I had the entire time, twice while I was in the shower, I got out like wearing no clothes, dripping, looking out the door because I could have swore someone came in my room. The doors are so heavy that when anyone closes it, even on another floor, it sounds like your door is opening and closing. And a couple of years ago, I had a very bad experience at Best Western where I was staying in the room by myself and somebody just randomly opened the door. They had double booked the room and somebody came in the middle of the night. And of course, I probably scared him worse than he scared me. I'm wearing a CPAP machine, so I sound like Darth Vader. And he's walking in and the room's all dark and he hears, and I was like, oh God, who is it? You know? So ever since that experience, I get freaked out when I hear doors open and when I'm alone in a hotel room.
Are they still, I was thinking about this, Chris. I don't know if you know, but are they still, is Disney or a lot of these hotels still making a security check, you know, like knock, or they walk in on you? I don't know if they're still doing that. Remember?
I have, you know, for someone who goes full stink, we would probably never know because we're never at the room.
That's what I was thinking.
I wouldn't know. I didn't notice anything when I came back that evening or that next evening that it looked like they had been in. It didn't look like it, but those 100-pound doors just swinging shut, they kind of freaked me out. But other than that, I had zero issues with the room. I really liked it.
One of the things I always said about the All-Stars and even Pop with the Value Resorts is there's just a lot more people because you get those groups, a lot of small kids, a lot more people kind of just running around. I'm talking about someone that just went to like a wilderness lodge. It just seems like there's more space for you and there's not as many people.
I would agree with that. Like I said, though, we spend so little time at the room that I don't really deal with that, especially if we don't have the kids. You know, we're not doing pool time or anything else. So we're not really around, you know. I would mobile order my coffee from my room when I got up, and both mornings, you know, that I was there Saturday and Sunday, I would mobile order the coffee. By the time I got down there, it was ready. And that was really the extent of the time I spent in the resort. It was just a place to sleep.
So it just made me think about that. I know when I was there was a table instead of having like the drink fountains. So for your coffee, when you say you mobile order, you couldn't just grab a coffee and on your own, or how are they doing that? Because they don't have the drink mugs or anything, right?
They don't. Well, they may. I didn't order a drink mug because, you know, I just, those things are so small. They really are. For coffee, they're okay. Yeah. But if it's a soft drink or something, that's like 3 drinks. I mean, that's just, I do not like those. They're nice collectibles, but they're not very practical for me. But when I would mobile order, they'd let you in and you go to the table where they would be dropping off food and they just have a single coffee cup there with a little ticket under it. There's your coffee cup. So then you just go make it yourself. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. You go make it yourself with a bigger, with a cup. Gotcha. Yeah.
And I was fine with that. I was usually able to get in a cup and a half or so before I was ready to get out in line for the buses.
How's the food at the All-Star Movies food court?
Do not know. Did not order anything from the food court other than my coffee. There's too much good food at Disney to be wasting a meal at the food court at a value resort. I mean, there just really is. There was a part of me that wanted to see if they still had the secret menu item, because I believe movies is where they have that. They bring out the viewfinder and you can order the cinnamon bun burger. I'm pretty sure that's where that's at. It is. But I didn't, I was never there during lunch or dinner. I mean, I was out all day. You know, I didn't get back to the room till 10 usually. So it wasn't something that I would have ordered, you know, in that little 2-day trip.
How was the buses?
The buses were great. I had no issue with the buses. Now, they did have a lot of non-Disney buses that they almost looked like the seating was kind of like Magical Express, the little dual bucket seats running down both sides of the bus. Mm-hmm. And you could tell they were just contracted bus services. I've heard nightmares about people, these contracted buses not knowing how to get to the parks and getting lost. I didn't deal with anything like that. They were always very good, very efficient. They got us there, you know, how they needed to get us. And so the bus system, I had no problem with it. We didn't end up waiting a huge long time for any bus except for the bus to Disney Springs from the beach club in the middle of the afternoon. Yeah. That was when Sam and Rebecca and their friend Saba, that's where we were all sitting there waiting on the bus, and we waited for probably 45 minutes before a bus finally came. So that was our longest bus wait of the trip.
So were you in contact with some other Geekin family members during this trip besides Samantha?
Yes, I actually got a picture and posted it on the Facebook group of Dana.
Bragnier?
Yeah, I'm not going to try that last name, but I was in contact with her. We were going to try and be at Trader Sam's at the same time. On my arrival day, after I did Magic Kingdom for a little bit, I went to the Polynesian and I ordered some lunch at Captain Cook's. I think I sent you the picture of that, the little Thai coconut meatballs. They were very good.
We're going to talk about all of that.
Yeah. But at any rate, I was sitting there eating lunch and I kept looking at this lady who was in line. And I was like, that kind of looks like Dana, but there's a mask. Everybody's wearing a mask, so you're only seeing eyes. And I was eating, so I was not wearing a mask. I was like, well, if it is her, then when she passes by this way, she will definitely know me. I'm very distinctive looking. So as she got her food,
you're very famous too.
Well, yeah, apparently. But when she got her order put in and started to go back, they were sitting outside. And as she was walking by, she was like, "What? You're Chris." I was like, it was you. Okay, I thought so. So we got a little picture and put it on the Facebook group.
Isn't that so much fun?
Yeah, it is. She had already signed up for Trader Sam's. I ate lunch first, which was probably my mistake, and then went and put my name on the list. And that just didn't work out well. I waited an hour, little over an hour. They never called my name. And I was like, I don't want to waste a whole day sitting around. I mean, the Polynesian's great. And I went in all the gift shops and I was like, I didn't want to get a drink at Tambu Lounge because I was like, after I've recently had some surgery and I did not need to be double fisting my drinks during any kind of time. So I was like, I better wait to get into Trader Sam's, and it just never happened. So finally, I just hopped the monorail and went back to Magic Kingdom.
Gotcha.
But I did get to all that started from I did meet some more geeks. I met Dana that evening. I was trying to meet Jen Galambos.
Oh yeah,
for folks Galambos. She was in Magic Kingdom at the same time, but by the time we were contacted, it was almost happily ever after time. She was up by the partner statue. I was back by the hub grass, and it was.
I know.
Yeah, it was the last Friday of Happily Ever After, so it was just, we were wedged in like cattle.
We're talking about extremes. It's like when I'm trying to meet up with people, it's either really wicked easy or just spontaneously happens, or we just can't make it happen. We're like going in different directions. I know.
Yeah, and she had sent me a message saying, well, I'm going to try to go to the Emporium after Happily Ever After. Maybe we can meet there. I was like, that sounds good. And then once Happily Ever After ended, they started diverting all of us that didn't have Boo Bash tickets around the side entrance where you come out by Tony's, not through Main Street.
Yep.
So, that just ruined that. And I was like, not going to try and circle back and fight through the crowd to get back to the Emporium. Plus, I had no sleep the night before. So I was an exhausted mess by the time Happily Ever After showed.
You're on adrenaline.
I'm teary-eyed and I got adrenaline and I'm tired and I'm
I love
cranky.
that feeling, though. I don't know. I kind of love that feeling a little bit. It's definitely like the G3. Like, I can't believe how hard I went and how I was still standing at the end of a long G3 weekend, but I find it a lot of fun. I'm kind of an introvert. I'm guessing you might be a little bit of an introvert too.
I am.
But still, I don't know. I love my geek meets, and I'm so glad that all of the listeners are able to connect with each other, and especially when you're going solo.
Yeah, it's really not like meeting strangers because you've already contacted and communicated through Facebook. We had a special messenger group for people who were thinking about trying to meet up with the Disney Crush podcast on the next Saturday. So Dana was in that group, and there were several people who were in that group who thought they might try and do that. It turns out not a whole lot of us did, but it was that was something else we did the next day. It was a lot of fun, but
good deal. All right, let's talk about that Magic Kingdom day.
Well, I showed up at about 11:30, and my first point of business, I have never been an annual pass holder. And so that was my first point of business with our family trip coming in December and then G3 coming in February. The math worked out I should
Oh,
get
yeah.
an annual pass. I had 12 park days scheduled, and 2 of them I could roll into the annual pass. The other ones, about a week before my trip, I canceled the packages and rebooked room only and got the money back for those tickets so I could apply that. And so I went to the little guest services booth to the right of the turnstile entrances and stood in line and was helped by a cast member named Reggie, who was probably my best cast member interaction of the trip. He was outstanding. He would not let me leave the window until he made sure that all of my park reservation passes for December and for February still remained, even though I had switched to an annual pass. He was just outstanding, fantastic.
Isn't
I went
that
on Twitter
amazing?
and gave him a cast compliment. Yeah,
That's not an easy job. That's got to be. There's some complications to that thing. There's some math involved, I think, or something.
Not just math, but when you're working guest services, at least half of your people are already irritated by the time they get to you. So,
Exactly.
I mean, he's working a job that is kind of thankless, I think, sometimes, but he was phenomenal. So I made sure to give him recognition. And so once I had my annual pass, my first stop in the park was the Emporium because I needed a bag. I did not remember to bring any kind of a drawstring bag. And
You're hitting a sore spot with me, Chris. I've lost my drawstring bag that my mom and Lindsay bought for me. That's my mission in life between now and my trip is to find that bag, or I'll be doing the same thing.
I went and bought one, and I'm not going to lie, I got puffed up a little bit when I showed him my AP card for my AP discount. And I was like, this is 10 minutes old. Yeah, take a look at that. So I bought a drawstring bag, and then I headed over to Jungle Cruise. I really wanted to ride that because I was wearing a very fun shirt. It had the letters H2O, and it had them backwardly transposed on the shirt, and then it said backside of water under it. So I really wanted to wear that on the Jungle Cruise. So I got in line, stood in line for about 30 minutes, and the ride shut down. So they did give us an anytime fast pass to come back to it. So I got off there and I went to Pirates.
Is that like your favorite ride though, Chris? Because every time you come on our Zoom, you use a different Skipper name.
It's not my favorite attraction. In fact, it's probably in my top 5 at Magic Kingdom, but it's not even in the top 1, 2, or 3. But I love the idea of it. I've always said my dream retirement job is to be a skipper and tell dad jokes all day. That would just, that would be great.
You would kill that job. That is work. How can we recommend Chris for the Skipper Cantenn?
But
that's great. Where do you get those names? How do you know the names of the skippers?
Well, they're actually the names of the boats. The boats themselves. Yeah.
Right.
I Googled them at one point. And I was like, boy, they have so many. Because if you listen to the background music, I have that on a track on my Spotify playlist of the Q music. And the announcer over the music talks about several of the boats, and they're just fun names: Irrawaddy Irma and Senegal Sal and Zambezi Zelda. They're just awesome names. So I went and Googled the whole list, and so I change it up every week for the Zoom. But
did you ever get on it?
I did later on in the day.
Okay.
I did right before dinner. Yeah. But I went, since I was over that area, I went over to Pirates, rode that. It's always one of my favorite rides. That one probably is my favorite ride at Magic Kingdom. Yeah. Then I went over to Haunted Mansion. And then for the first time in my life, I went and got on the People Mover. I had never been on. Thank you. I got the geekiest geeks there are on the planet for Disney World. And you and Travis, you throw out these things that just floor me. That is like, so is it, I mean, how did you not go on the People Mover in the past? Well, once again, the last 2 trips I've been there, it was shut down. If you'll remember, it was not running during G3, and it was not running the December before that.
But how long have you been going to Disney World?
Not that long. 2016, we had a big trip, but it's not an attraction that my wife likes. She was like, it's boring. It's a very slow ride. You got
the same problem I do.
So I didn't know what I was missing. So I was like, okay. And now that I've ridden it, I enjoy it. It still would not, I don't quite see the fanaticism people have toward it. but I enjoyed it. I was like,
did you not wave like an idiot to the people coming back from the other way? You got to wave.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah, I waved. But also, it was raining by then. And by the time I got off the people mover, it was raining sideways, which also made me lose my sunglasses on that ride. I think I'd taken them off and put them on the seat next to me. And by that time it was raining so hard, I just scrambled to get off and under
still
cover.
Going around the people mover.
Well, no, I went back later, but people are usually not very nice. So did you get some pixie dust though on that people mover ride? Well, inadvertently, yeah, I did. I got to see Space Mountain with the lights on.
Look at you!
First time. I mean, first time riding, and I got to see that.
People have been going on that for years and years and years. They've never seen that. You go.
I have heard that. Yeah.
One time, and he gets the lights on. Remember, I had someone on the show just recently saying they love that spot. I think it was during the roundtable. They love the people mover and they love going through Space Mountain. I said, "You ever go when the lights are on?" They said, "No." So, oh my gosh, you got to see it when the lights are on.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's kind of creepy to see it with the lights on. I mean, it will make you never want to put your arms up when you're riding in Space Mountain because that thing looks like it barely enough room to clear your head.
Well, yeah, and you can't see your hand in front of your face when the lights are off. So you got to go do it again, Chris, when the lights are off.
Yeah, I did. I did it one more time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I did it one more time that evening when I came back after dinner, but before Happily Ever After. So, but after I did the people mover, like I said, it was raining sideways. I stood there by the restrooms by Tomorrowland Terrace underneath cover for a little while. I had brought a poncho and promptly left it in my backpack. So I did not have it with me.
Again, we're going back to those mistakes that us guys make that if our wives aren't there to help us.
Exactly.
So we won't admit it, but that's...
I knew I wanted to get over to the Polynesian in time to get my name on the list for Trader Sam's. So I headed back down Main Street, hopped a monorail, was not paying attention, hopped the wrong monorail, did not go to the resorts, ended up going to the TTC, just got off there and switched and ended up finally getting to the Polynesian.
So with a $1,000 budget, you could still do the Trader Sam's.
Yeah.
Well, you got to be careful though, right, Chris?
You do.
You can't order I got this one here. Don't order this one, Chris.
The Nautilus. Yes.
Don't order the Nautilus.
Well, as it turns out, I never made it in anyway, so I never got to experience Trader Sam's. That'll be another bucket list for me at some other time. Maybe G3 will make it there.
And your wife still lets you go to Disney World, even though that mistake you made with Rancor teeth.
She did.
Very forgiving woman.
She's salt of the earth is what she is. I mean, she was okay with my solo trips, and she, when I sent her that picture of the Rancor teeth bill, she was like. You were on vacation budget. I was like, see, this is why I love you. But so anyway, I went to Captain Cook's, had lunch there. I didn't know if you wanted to do the food separately or just do it as we're cruising through it.
Let's do it as we go. I mean, it's only 2 days. I mean,
right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is looking good. I love your pictures. Is that from an iPhone?
No. If it has an eye in front of it, you'll never see me have one.
You're one of those.
If there's a piece of fruit on it, I don't want it. But I had the Thai coconut meatballs over rice, and I have heard people talk about this. It doesn't get as much publicity because I was really tossed up between that and, of course, the pulled pork nachos. But I wanted to try something different, so I tried the Thai coconut meatballs, and they were outstanding. I would definitely eat that again. Now, with having bariatric surgery not too long ago, I couldn't eat too much of the rice. A lot of the rice ended up going into the trash afterwards because that stuff expands in your stomach and it just it's not real kind to you if you're not careful. But the meatballs were great. The sauce they had on it was great.
Well, you just said it. I wasn't sure if this is something you talk about a lot, but I'm really proud of Chris and everyone in the Geekin family. I saw the picture of you in front of Magic Kingdom. My dude, you are looking fine. You're doing great.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
It's fantastic.
Down 91 pounds so far. So,
oh my gosh, I didn't know that number. I saw a comparison picture, and brings tears to our eyes to see how well you're doing. But I don't know. I got to ask this question. This is like my Howard Stern question. It's like, how can you go to Disney World now that you got the little stomach? That's tough,
it's not
right?
easy. It's not easy. I have to adjust kind of the way I think. My thought used to be if I went into a restaurant, it was appetizer, meal, and dessert. Now it may be appetizer and maybe a drink. And
Yeah.
that's kind of what I did. And there's always food left on the plate now. That's not me. I was raised, you clean your plate.
That's
now,
still a mental thing too, right?
It is.
It's not
And
just you gotta have the mental part of this beat.
You do, and
Right.
I have gotten to the point now where
So proud of you.
I have to leave stuff on the plate sometimes, and I'm okay with that. I've learned to be
You'll
okay
have to
with
teach
that.
me how to do that.
Well, it's a lot easier when you start
Not
to
at
feel
Disney World,
nauseated
though.
when you don't.
Don't train me at Disney. Don't try to train me at Disney
World.
World.
I wouldn't do that to you.
So proud of you, Chris. But all right, let's keep going.
So I had Captain Cook's. It was great.
Where does Captain Cook's rank in your quick service, or how about resort quick service?
For resort quick service, near the top. Yeah, because there's not a whole lot of great resort quick services that I've been to, and I've not been to a whole lot. I mean, it's not quite up there with Geyser Point for me, but it is very good.
What else is good on that menu? I bet you know, because you're kind of a foodie.
I didn't really look too much at it. The two things I heard the most about.
Big Italian sandwich. There's a pork sandwich still.
Yeah, they have that almost like a grinder kind of huge Italian sandwich, and which doesn't make sense with the whole theme of the restaurant. But I'm not. Who am I to pick at their choices? Yeah. For me, it was definitely between the meatballs and the pulled pork nachos, and I went with the meatballs. So
pulled pork nachos are one of our Geekin favorites.
David Castro. I'll definitely try that next time. Even though I enjoyed the meatballs, I like to try new stuff.
Did you not? Did you never have the pulled pork?
I've never been to Captain Cook's before. Yeah.
All right.
So
here we go. We got another first.
Yeah. So I put my name on the list for Trader Sam's. They were like, might be less than an hour. I've seen how small that place is, and I kind of had my doubts from the beginning, but I went shopping in those two little stores they have there, Moana Mercantile and and the boutique. The boutique is the.
You ever see my office? It's all done in Polynesian.
They have some great stuff in there. Just a lot of it's just that the actual Polynesian little tiki god lamps that they have in the rooms. They sell there. Now they're $350, but they do sell them there.
There will go your $1,000 budget. A third of your $1,000 budget.
You're right, exactly. So after I finally gave up on Trader Sam's, I ended up heading back over to the Magic Kingdom. I went back over and did Haunted Mansion again. I can't lose with the Haunted Mansion. Every time I looked at it, it was 20-minute wait or under.
Nice.
I can always wait that. The stretching room was back, which is something I hadn't seen the last couple trips that I've been there.
Oh yeah.
So that was fun, and if you know which way to look, like, okay, where's the lady with the parasol? There she is. Go stand by her, because that's where the doors open up to get to the Doom Buggies. That way you're ahead of the whole crowd. A little geek and tip there. You're ahead of the crowd to get to the Doom Buggies.
How were the crowds, Chris? Now this is September. I was thinking September was going to be kind of a lower month. Kids are back at school, and everyone's waiting for October 1st.
September is traditionally already the lowest month attendance, and then you add on, the 50th being October 1st, and COVID. Yeah, you're looking at very small crowds. I was not displeased with anything. I mean, everything that I went.
Yeah, could you get on just about everything?
You really could. I mean, I'm not a Seven Dwarves. That ride hurts me. My knees. It's just too small for tall guys. But anything else I wanted to ride, I didn't wait in any huge lines.
What was the Seven Dwarfs? Was there? Do you remember seeing some times for Seven Dwarfs?
I do. Every time I walked by, it looked like it was like 45. 35 to 50. Either way,
that's the lowest you're ever going to get.
Oh, yeah, you're used to seeing 90 to 120 on that, so that was great.
Phenomenal. It must be a slow loader, I guess, because all these years that it's been there now.
So I went and did that. I went back to Tomorrowland for a bit, did the People Mover again. There was nothing really else over there. Space Mountain, I'm probably done with for my Disney career.
Really?
The last time I rode it, it jerked me around so bad. I immediately upon returning went back to the chiropractor to have him. Okay, you need to fix what Space Mountain did to me. Between that and Dinosaur, those two rides will jerk you around like nobody's business. So it's a great. I like the idea of Space Mountain. I just don't want to be on Space Mountain. So after touring Tomorrowland a little bit, I went back in Storybook Circus because I love Big Top Souvenirs. It's back open now. It just opened a few weeks ago.
What do you like there? They got treats there.
They do have treats, but they used to have a lot more merchandise, but they have taken out a lot. They've actually put some tables in there for people to sit, to kind of relax, because they have a big fountain thing where you can get slushies and stuff like that. And it makes sense because when, right now with the masks in Disney World, you have to wear them inside. You do not have to wear them outside.
Right.
So when it is, surface of the sun hot, which it was this entire trip, then it's really tough to get relief because you go into AC, but you immediately have to put on your mask. And when you can finally pull off your mask, you're going back out into the 93-degree heat. So it's tough to get good relief somewhere. So this made it, I think I like what they did here. They gave you a spot where you can come pick up a slushie and then go sit down. And because you're drinking, you can take off your mask and sit in the AC. And so It worked out really well.
Good cupcakes and stuff there too, and candies.
Yeah, they always have some very
nice
Instagrammable treats, that look pretty. They don't always hit all cylinders when it comes to taste, but they look pretty. Right. Headed back over, I went to go ride on Big Thunder. It had just shut down. There's something wrong with it. So, because it said it was only a 20-minute wait, which was, once again, that's a win for Big Thunder. Right. But it shut down. So I was like, I'm going to ride Haunted Mansion again. So I went to ride Haunted Mansion again. I went over and did the Tiki Room. And by then it was time for my dinner reservation at Skipper Cantenn. Once again, a geeking first for me. I had never been to Skippers. Yeah.
Man, that was mandatory. You being the Skipper boat captain.
Exactly. The theming in there is just outstanding. A lot of the Society of Explorers and Adventurers inside jokes that come originally from the Jungle Cruise, but were also built up through Pleasure Island, through the Adventurers Club, and a lot of those things that are before my Disney time, but stuff that I've really got into that I like. We went and saw the new Jungle Cruise movie a couple of weeks ago, and it had some of the old jokes, but also it had to do with the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. They kept that storyline even going throughout the movie. Nice. So, it was very neat. Did
you see the Great Wall of China?
Great. The Great Wall of China. I guess not.
Yes, the Great Wall of China. Actually, the hostess sometimes will point it out to you when you're coming in. The Great Wall of China. Yeah, well, it's a big wall of China plates.
I already like it. Yeah, that's nice. You're always going to win with me. I am not Sam Kuhn. I like the dad jokes. I know she does not like Jungle Cruise, but I dig it. So
that's right. She gets made fun of because they always ask her where she's from, and she says New York.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, I mean I couldn't. I'm sorry, you're from New York. Yeah.
They get her with that every time, I feel like. But I took Deirdre's suggestion, Deirdre Watts, and got the cachapras.
Yes.
Oh, they were so good. They were so good.
Thank you to Deirdre.
Yes, it's like a thick corn pancake. Yeah. It had some pork belly, shredded pork on it with some crema fresca and some avocado and some cilantro. Oh, so good.
And so it's not a spicy entree then either, right?
It's not. It has a little bit of a kick to it, I think, on the pork. I think the pork sauce has a little bit of a kick, but I mean, it's really cooled down by the crema fresca and by the cilantro, and just very refreshing aftertaste to it. It is just a cacophony of flavors is what it is. Nice. The flavor profile is very complex for that one, and it's great. It just one flavor hits you right after another, and it's just great.
And what's the Brazilian cheese bread? Was that extra you put on?
That is something that is a secret menu item.
Yes.
Although they tell you about it as soon as they see you. And I've heard this from more than one person. And it was like, it's not that secret. They don't make you ask for it. They're just like, hey, today we also have the Brazilian cheese bread. Now they bring you so much. I ate 4 out of the 12 little cheese bread things, but it was very good.
Is there a dipping sauce there? I see.
There is. It's like a chimichurri and more of that
the white stuff.
It's that kind of like a white cheese crema fresca type of. It was, and the two mixed really well together, and it was very good, but I almost finished the.
You and your little stomach. I feel so bad for you.
Yeah, I almost finished the chicapas. I spent most of the time on that because that was so good. But the other ones were good.
Oh, the plate doesn't look that. Even your, what do you call this thing? Chicapas.
Chicapas, yeah, something like that.
It doesn't look like it's hugely filling.
No,
like you said, it's the flavors.
It wasn't, but the bread, any kind of bread, it just fills you up so quick. So after I got through with, I also had a sangria there. It was very good. It was a white wine sangria. Yeah, it was very good.
Now we get mixed. We've always had mixed reviews from this place, but this particular dish, thanks to Deirdre, anyone can win, right?
You can. It was fantastic. I know that a lot of the dishes here tend to be on the spicy side, and that's probably why it gets such mixed reviews. It's not the most approachable menu, but
I think they've toned it down even too.
They have, and I think anyone can find something that they like here.
Agreed.
I know the gentleman next to me, I saw him get it tastes like chicken because it is, which is basically their version of a sweet and sour chicken, but it looked absolutely fantastic. The breading on it just looked real thin but crispy, and just it looked fantastic.
Is this one of the easier ADRs to get, Chris?
I think so. In Magic Kingdom, definitely.
I think so too. So yeah, don't miss it. It's a lot of fun. We got some good entrees, and
don't sleep on Skipper Cantenn. When it comes to table service in Magic Kingdom, I don't think you're going to find any better.
Did you get some puns from the
server? The server gave me a few puns and saw that I was kind of feeding them back at him. So that kind of made a little bit of a.
Did you go come prepared?
I didn't. It was one of the few times where my wit was working very well, and I was just able to come up with some stuff off the fly. So,
all right, I'm proud of you.
So after that, I went and did Pirates again, and actually, it was after this that I went and did Jungle Cruise. I used my Anytime Fast Pass and got on Jungle Cruise. It was right before dark, and so they loved my shirt. In fact, they gave me a little card. Honorary Jungle Skipper. One of the people in line, the employees in line, gave me that. She was like, "I just love that shirt." I was like, "Well, thank you. That's the reason I wore it. I got a kick out of it." So
I love it. Yeah, wear that stuff that the cast members will notice for sure.
Yeah,
Disney bounding. Cool shirts. Yeah,
they do. They notice more than what you think they do.
I think they're trained, besides the buttons that you're wearing to say happy birthday, happy anniversary and all that, but to notice the fun guest who's doing something.
So I left there and I was heading toward the Emporium again. I was going to go take a look for some coffee mugs. I'm a coffee mug guy is what I look for. As I'm passing through the hub, I notice it is really crowded. And I was like, maybe I ought to just stop and go ahead and get my spot now. So I went ahead.
How early was that? Because what time's Happily Ever After come out?
Happily Ever After was at 8:15 at this point. That's what time they've moved it to. This is not only to accommodate the fact that it's getting darker a little bit earlier, but also because it's a Boo Bash night. So they're wanting to get it done before the actual Boo Bash starts at 9, and they want to get people filtered out of there.
Well, I got to ask you, because I'm really nervous because I don't have a lot of time Friday when I arrive because there's a party I've got to go to at the resort, but I want to see the fireworks. And is it going to be like 8:15 the fireworks, Chris? You think?
That's when it's supposed to be from now on until
Ooh, I just learned something. I always learn from you guys. Keep me on the straight and narrow.
So I stood there for a very long time. Like I said, by then the rain had pretty much tapered off to just a very light mist, not even enough to get my shirt wet. So
how early were you for Happy Ever After?
I got there about 7:15, so it was about an hour early.
Wow! Yeah. You stood up. You stood there the whole time.
I did.
Well done.
My back was not appreciating me after a little while. Walking doesn't do so bad. You're constantly in flex, but man, when you stand for a long time, you know, and there were people sitting, but by the time it got to about 7:45, cast members were starting to say, "Would everyone please stand up? Let's fill in all available space." It it was packed by then because people for the Boo Bash were able to get in at 7.
Right.
And so you had both the day guests and the Boo Bash people who were wanting to see Happily Ever After. And so they were all packing there and luckily it all came down right on time. It wasn't late or anything.
Did you like your spot?
I did. I was able to see everything I needed to see. The whole time with it raining and misting the way it was, I was just really hoping that for my last time and for my first time seeing this show in person, that Tinkerbell would fly. And she did. And it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Now the herding cattle to get out of there was not so much fun, but I've heard people complaining about the way they're packing in the buses now. But when you leave Magic Kingdom with half of the known universe on your heels, you are thankful that you are not waiting for 4 buses, that they're getting everybody on in 2 because, they're just packing them on. I was very grateful for that.
Yeah, the All-Stars and even sometimes they have those double-decker buses or double long. They're prepared to get those people back to those value resorts too.
And with only one value being open, I really didn't know if they would keep the buses at the same rate, but they did. They had them stacked on top of each other. They were like, let's get them in and get them out. So
that's another mixed review we get with the buses. So it's good to hear good things. I always take them.
It is. Yeah, I take them. And I know that, people are like, oh, we really enjoyed the social distancing on the buses. And it was nice. Until you're having to wait. If there's a long line, you're waiting for 4 buses because they're only putting so many on. That was great. I enjoyed that.
Day.
It was a good day. And then I got lost trying to find my room at those value resorts are massive. And the room requests that I made on touring plans did not come through. Yeah. I was in the same building. They did put me in the same building I requested, but even so, there are 3 Mighty Ducks buildings and I'm sitting there looking for where is my room. Ended up being on the 3rd floor at the very end of the hall. I mean, it took me a while to find my room.
You got to take pictures. Find your way back. Leave breadcrumbs.
Yeah. Well, once I found it, I was like, okay, I can almost see the main building from where I'm at. It's pretty much a straight shot, but I wandered everywhere before I found that out. So,
well, you had a great first day, and you only got one more day, right?
1.5. Yeah. My flight on Sunday wasn't until like 3:00.
Oh, good.
So, and I had already decided not to take Magical Express back because they want to pick you up so early.
Okay.
I mean, they get you back to the airport 3 hours before your flight, and I didn't need that. So I'd already decided I was going to take a Lyft to get back to the airport to kind of save time.
And you got an annual pass.
I do. So I didn't need that extra because I'd only bought 2 tickets originally. So now I can go where I want. And so I hopped on and made a park reservation for Sunday for Magic Kingdom so I could go in and look because we're looking for a Splash Mountain mug. We like to get mugs of the different attractions. And unfortunately, the Briar Patch, which is the gift shop that is
like all the Splash Mountain gear is gone by now, right?
You know what? They have continued to replenish that stuff. They the eBay resellers, they got their profit from the first panic when everyone thought all the stuff's going away, and then they just kept on restocking.
So what are you looking for?
A coffee mug
from Splash.
Yeah.
All right. I'm on
Unfortunately,
a mission.
the Briar Patch gift shop, which is the one right there between Space Mountain and Big Thunder, is still closed. They have not reopened. And I really think that's where it would have been. The other gift shops there, like Big Owl's, which is just basically a kiosk, and the Golden Oak Outpost, they really didn't have a whole lot of, they were more Magic Bands and iPhone accessories. Are
you looking for a very specific mug or just any mug from Splash Mountain?
Just anyone that was Splash Mountain.
So a node to the current Splash Mountain.
Right. And, I found some on eBay because most of the ones that they made for that attraction, they look like wood barrels. Okay. I don't know if that's just how they decided to make all those, but I mean, they're ridiculous. $125 or whatever on eBay.
I'll send you pictures when I'm there if I can find something. So tell me if you want. Tell me if it's something you like.
Absolutely. So the next day I woke up and I knew that Epcot didn't open quite as early as what everything else did. So I didn't have quite the rush in the morning to get where I needed to go.
Right.
I could kind of take it easy a little bit. I went down and got coffee that's the day I actually sat around and had coffee for a little while outside. It was a pleasant morning. Just kind of watched them set up, get the pool set up in the morning for everybody. And then eventually about 9:30, I was like, I'll head toward Epcot at least. So hopped on a bus, got over there. They let us in as far as Spaceship Earth, got some really nice pictures of the new obliques they have there in front of.
I'm looking at your picture here.
Those glass ones. Yeah. Very nice there in the fountain, and some Spaceship Earth stuff. I wanted to get some pictures, and I, when they did finally let us in, I went immediately to the land pavilion. It's always my favorite pavilion. I love living with the land. I love Soarin'. Soarin's still my favorite attraction there at Epcot. So I went and did both of those, and I visited the new Creation shop.
Yeah, what did you think of the new shop that replaced Mouse Gear?
Yeah, it's big. It's about the same size. It may be a little smaller than the old Mouse Gear, not the temporary one they've had set up, but the old one. It's probably about the same size, maybe a little bit smaller. And I know I'm in the minority here, but I miss the jumbled up, crazy, stacked everywhere stores. This new thing they did with World of Disney and Creation, where it all looks like an Old Navy. I don't know. I'm just not all the clean lines and nicely stacked shelves. It makes me feel like I'm at a JCPenney, and I'm like, I don't like that as much as I do the old stuff with characters all over. I guess that's my little piece of nostalgia. But the merchandise they had in there was really cool. They had some pretty cool. There were several things with me only carrying on and not checking any baggage this time. I really wasn't looking for many souvenirs. I told my wife, I was like, I'm probably going to get one coffee mug, and I'm going to keep it at that. After that, and I'm not going to get anything else just because I don't have room for it. And so I picked out a few things that I'm going to want to get when we go back in December.
Okay.
And took a look at some of that stuff. So the Creation shop was nice. I did not make it over to the new Club Cool. I didn't really do a whole lot in Future World. It's still so many walls. I mean, Walcott, it's just walls everywhere you look. So I didn't really try and get around to there. I did not. I still, here's another one that's going to flip your lid. I still have not rode Journey into Imagination. Old version, new version, have never ridden it. Thought about doing that. I know.
You're flooring me here.
Well, that's going to be another one of those. There were a few things I want to save for, a first for G3.
G3. We did that after the meetup, remember? And we had the...
I heard you guys did.
You left. You had to leave.
Remember, I left...
you left early, yeah.
Yeah, I headed off directly from Beer Garden. I said bye to you guys and went and caught a lift. But
you're not gonna make that mistake again, are you?
No, I am not. So I headed out of Future World. I went to a few of the food and wine booths. It was already getting close to 11:30.
Yay.
I was a little peckish. I didn't have breakfast, so
food and wine booths are perfect for that little stomach of yours.
They really are.
Well, actually, they're the pretty good portions now.
Some of them are.
I did not make fun of them.
I did not finish either one of the things I got that morning. I went and got, I don't remember the name of it, but it was something at the Mexico booth, and it had corn tortillas and pork, and it was very good. It was excellent. Whatever they have at the Mexican booth, no matter what festival it is. I remember at Festival of the Holidays, that was my favorite booth that they had. They had this as
if they weren't already killing it already with my favorite quick service, right?
Exactly. Now they're gonna.
I don't need those booths too. I got enough. I got my frozen lime margarita and I got the nachos. I'm like happy.
So I had that, and then I went to the Swanky Saucy Swine booth.
I love that name.
Yeah, I know. Where did they come up with this?
Swanky Saucy Swine.
But I got the, everyone kept telling, even the people in line were saying, hey, well, if you're in this booth, you need to get those crispy barbecued pork rinds with the pimento cheese dip.
Come on, dude. And tell me all about it.
It was very good. I like pork rinds anyway.
Yeah, that's
you give me a good dip with
barbecue,
them, and that's just
and
a dip, the pimento cheese dip.
I'm all about that.
I was a little confused. I don't know whether I almost think the dip was supposed to be served chilled. And it was like right at room temperature. I was like, I don't think it's supposed to be heated, but it's not chilled either. So I don't know. I think it's somewhere in between. I think it was supposed to be chilled, but it would have been really good then.
I'm good either way.
It would. And you know what? When it is already, 11:30 in the morning and it's close to 95 degrees outside with 100% humidity, hot pimento cheese just does not sound appetizing. So I was okay with room temperature. Would have even preferred chilled, but both of those were really good.
It's like a nice serving too.
Yeah. So by that time, I reached out on private messenger to Sam to find out when her and her friends, because they were supposed to be in Epcot that day as well. Nice. And she said, actually, we just got to the boardwalk and we are heading that way. Apparently her friend's a DVC member. Because at first she was like, well, I'm scouring those Hotwire deals, trying to find something like you did, something real cheap and something. And then the next thing I know, she's staying at the boardwalk. I was like, how does that work? I was like,
Hotwire, I got All-Star Music and you got the boardwalk.
Yeah, exactly. And she was like, no, the friend I'm bringing has DVC points. Nice. I was like, oh, that must be nice. Actually, she may end up coming on here and talk about that. I'll let her talk about her trip. But at any rate,
I know I got to get her on here. Can't believe she's hiding this trip from me.
So I went to the little store. I think it's called, is it Port of Entry? No, that's near the promenade. It's right by the International Gateway.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
the little gift shop that's right there. Yeah. And World Traveler. That's the name of it. It's called World Traveler. Yep. So I went in there and this is where I bought my one souvenir. Because they had a food and wine and annual pass holder mug. And of course, I'm a new annual pass holder. So,
yes.
Yeah, so I had to get some swag for my first trip.
They get me on the DVC swag. They get me on the annual pass T-shirt. You didn't get the annual pass T-shirt?
No.
Like I said, hide those too. I don't think they were. I don't know something. Yeah, I guess they have them out there, but they got them like hidden underneath the counter or something.
Yeah. you do have to look for them. There's usually one little rack of them somewhere. But
I think even at the festival merchandise places, they have the annual pass stuff. Yeah. All right.
So I got my mug there, and when I came out, I also got a bottle of water. Like I said, it was so steamy hot there. I got to see
your mug. You'll have to. You didn't send me a picture of your mug.
I did not send a picture of the mug. No.
I'm curious.
I'll definitely send that to you.
Just post it on our Facebook group.
I can do that too.
Tell everybody I made you.
So I got a bottle of water and went out and sat on one of the benches, and I hadn't sat there for 5 minutes, and I saw Sam and her friends coming in through the International Gateway.
She's the best, isn't she?
One of the best geeks ever. Yeah.
Shout out to my pal Samantha. I hung out with her a lot at G3.
So yeah, because at G3, she just popped up wherever you were. It didn't matter. You could be walking by yourself and all of a sudden she'd appear by you like out of smoke. Hi, what are you doing?
Every time I saw her, she was with somebody else. And the cutest story about Samantha, she came to the 2019 one. She was with some friends and I first got a chance to talk to her we sat inside at the quick service at Mexican Pavilion for our group. And she was there and she was a little bit shy. She was definitely like, I'm not too sure about this internet people kind of, and she had something for me that she gave me. And I always tease her about that because it sounded like she was a little bit afraid to meet me. Is that the right word? Or just a little shy about it. Now she's everybody's friend. Every time I saw her at the last G3, she's with somebody else.
Yeah. Well, she told me this time, she was like, because we were talking about the first G3, because I didn't come. I wasn't even involved with you guys at that point. Yeah. I just started listening to the podcast, but she had said the worst mistake she made at that G3 was bringing friends. She was like, I wish I wouldn't have brought a safety net because I would have had so much fun. So, but at any rate, we kind of did a little bit of walking around at the France Pavilion. Of course, none of us had a Remy's preview or anything. But they wanted to stop at the food booth there, and I know they got some stuff there. I don't remember what all they got. I remember one of them got escargot. I was like, ooh, fancy. But we then went over to the Land Pavilion, and I did both those rides again with them.
Nice.
One of the girls that she had with her, Saba, had never been to Epcot. She had only been to Magic Kingdom. That was the only park she had ever been to, and it had been years since then. So it was really fun watching her on some of the first timers. It's always neat seeing, seeing those things. In fact, I told Sam when we were on Living with the Land, I said we should have convinced her that she was going to get really wet on this ride and made her wear a parka. We could have got some great pictures of her in a poncho. Stinkers. But we didn't do that. But anyway, we did that. And by then, we had plans to go and meet the Mickey File podcast and the Disney Crush podcast over at Jock Lindsay's at 3:00. So it was about 2:30 and we were like, let's go head. The beach club's the quickest to get to. So we went to the beach club to go to their bus stops to wait for a Disney Springs bus.
So you had Tony Ann and Dave and
Tony Ann, Karen and Scott Daves. Yeah. Yeah.
Just
and
the four of them. Is that what it was?
The four of
Somebody
them. Well, yeah. Actually, Tony Ann's husband, Rich.
Oh, yeah.
And Dave's wife, Veronica. Were all there.
Yep. And was it Dave's birthday?
Dave's birthday was the next day. In fact, that didn't even come out until later on that night. I didn't even realize that until later on that evening. Right. So we weren't really there to do that. Yeah.
Had you been there before?
I had not. Another first time. We went to Jock Lindsay's and we went out on the little boat section. It was neat. It was a neat place. We were outside on the little boat. Yeah. We call it the boat. It's out right there on the lake.
Good. That's the best spot.
It really was. It was very neat. So we had a good time. I know Scott was at G3. I don't remember meeting him at G3. Okay. So that was really the first time that I got to actually physically meet Scott and Karen. Great people, absolutely salt of the earth kind of people. And so we talked with them for a while. Of course, I met Dave, and Tony Ann actually didn't show up until dinner later on that night. She did not come to Jock Lindsay's. Her and Rich met us at Wolfgang Puck's, which is where we went afterwards. But Tom, a good friend of the Geekin' podcast, Tom Ellison from out west, had sent Dave and Scott a care package with a lot of Japanese treats, because Scott and Dave said they were going to have this little challenge where they were going to try stuff from the Mitsukoshi department store there in Epcot, some of the more unique offerings.
Okay.
And so they were at Jock Lindsay's, they were filming them trying some of this stuff, because Tom sent them a huge care package with some stuff that ranged from pretty pedestrian, like high chews. I don't know if you remember high chews. They like come in a little package. They're almost like now or laters, or they're just a little candy, which pretty pedestrian there, all the way up to freeze-dried squid. And so they pulled me into that. So I ended up being on camera with Dave and Scott as we tried some of these like rice and red bean balls that were like coated in. We had some weird stuff. Let's just say we had some weird stuff. So that was a lot of fun. We had fun filming that. Then after Jock Lindsay's, we headed over to Wolfgang Puck's to have dinner. We had some drinks there at Jock Lindsay's, and we had one of the big pretzels. They had the beer cheese and the mustard that they bring out with that, which
yes, they do.
That beer cheese is fantastic. It just really is.
Pretty simple, but I agree.
Yeah. And they had some very unique cocktails there as well.
Yep.
And then, so we headed over to Wolfgang Puck, and then never been there either.
I've never done that one.
Yeah. It was, I think there were several people in our group who had never, even some of the locals who had never been there. So they have right now a tasty, it's like the Taste of Orlando menu at several different places. And that was one of the places where you're getting really a good deal when it comes to, it's $37 and you get an appetizer, a meal, and a dessert.
Nice.
Now the menus are a little pared down for that, but still, I mean, you just really can't beat it for the value.
This looks good. Is this a cod fish that you got?
No, it's actually not fish at all. It is a chicken wiener schnitzel.
Well, I missed that.
It's pounded out real flat, good. And it was very tasty.
Nice.
I had just a Caesar salad for the
looks
appetizer.
Too big for you, though.
Oh my goodness, 2/3 of it stayed on the plate. Yeah, but
it's huge.
You're going to spend the money no matter what. So I didn't feel too bad about. I hear how much money the Disney food blog wastes when they go try stuff and then throw away the rest of it. So I just try to keep in mind that at least I don't do it every day. I'm only doing this every once in a while. So
I've seen this on your list here now. You go back to Epcot and you have a Grand Marnier slushy. Now, I want you to trash Travis big time because I just saw a video of him with Stephanie Watt. There was some kind of bet they had, and he lost.
There is.
Right?
And he should not have lost.
Okay.
He should not have lost. Now, Sam says I can't judge this Grand Marnier slushy by what they gave me. She was like, this is not what it looks like. This is not normally what it tastes like. It tasted like melted orange sherbet.
Oh,
that's exactly.
So you're gonna.
It was disgusting.
Was no good. Oh,
no, I mean I finished it because I bought it, but it was not good at all.
My gosh! Wait, there's two. I was hoping we were going to trash Travis a little bit because he was giving it a hard time.
No, and here's the thing. I would
Sam will trash him then.
I would give it another chance because they said it's not normally what it looks like or even what it tastes like. So I would give it another shot.
That's another one of the old time famous ones, boy. That's been around for forever.
And Grand Marnier is a pretty high
alcohol,
in my opinion, high quality beverage. Yeah. I mean, because it's basically a very fancy triple sec, which is fermented orange,
right.
And I like that. I like Cointreau and Grand Marnier and things like that. So I'm sure it's probably better than what I got that night, but it was gross. But at any rate, but anyway, back to Wolfgang Puck's. We were there and I had the chicken wiener schnitzel, and then I had this carrot cake that was like 7 layers. I got like 2 bites of it, but it was so good. Nice. I mean, and then I had an old fashioned there, which was $20, which is ridiculous, but it was very good. It was very tasty.
Wow.
After we left there, I had gift cards. I'm sailing on it. I had bought a special gift card just for this trip, and I had $400 on it. And I didn't spend all that, even close to that. So I knew that I wasn't having to. It's a lot easier. I'm very much about prepaying as much as I can.
Yeah.
Before I go, for our December trip, I already have over $2,000 worth of gift cards ready to in the wallet, ready to go.
Sweet.
It just makes it easier for everything. You don't have that huge bill coming out at the end. So,
well, dude, we're coming up on an hour and a half here. We didn't think we could pull an hour off.
I know, off a 2-day trip. Is that kind of crazy? I'm sorry.
You're giving me hope for everybody who goes on a weekend trip.
Yeah, you can pack a lot in. That's for sure.
I want to know about Epcot Forever.
So, yeah, we got back to. I do need to tell this little story. We got back to Epcot. We went back around World Showcase because we never made it all the way around. So we came in through the international game. Still Sam and Rebecca, her friend, other friend. They went back to the boardwalk.
So you met up with them again. So you left them and they came back and
no, they went. They were there too. Sam's a crusher too. She's okay.
I got lost in the shuffle there.
Yeah. So we went around the World Showcase, went back to Creation Shop, and went through the most ridiculous process of choosing ears. And I'm going to let Sam tell you that story because it was silly. I had never seen this kind of
She's
craziness.
Serious. You ever seen her back wall, right?
But at any rate, we came out of there right in time for Epcot Forever. And once again, never seen that show. Did not have nearly the emotional attachment to this show as I did to Happily Ever After.
Sure.
That said, it was cute.
Yeah.
I wish that I had been going to Epcot all during the 90s because I probably would have known a lot more of the music because that's where all this music is played from former attractions. And, they everybody around me singing this veggie fruit thing. And I'm like, what is this? What's going on?
Yeah,
why is everyone singing about root vegetables?
Right.
Yeah.
It's more memorable if you experience it before.
It is. I came into my Disney love so late in life that I missed out on a lot of that, but it was still the pyro was good. It was a good fireworks show. It was short. It was a very short show. It did not last that long. I was, expecting something, but it was always meant to be a temporary show. So I'm glad that I got to see it.
Absolutely.
Nothing to write home about, but it was
you had
good.
Some good friends and companionship. And,
we had a great time. When you're around geeks, you're always going to have a good time. It could have been the worst show in the world, but you're with good people, so it didn't matter.
So awesome.
So at that point, they would walk back to the boardwalk, and I went and grabbed a bus, headed back to All Stars. The next day was my departure day, but I had a very special BOMA breakfast scheduled for the next morning.
I want to hear BOMA breakfast gets all
Yes.
BOMA, first of all, it's just always gets, that's one of my favorite places. How was the breakfast?
It did. It just came back a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it came back as the first buffet at Disney World to come back as a buffet.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know how that would work. I didn't know if there would be people behind like scooping out for you, but there weren't. I mean, it was the traditional buffet.
Well done.
Yeah, and I thought they had more guards up in front of the food. The guards came down lower. They did, I think, what they needed to do to try and keep things sanitary and the rules good in place. But there was such a variety. I mean, the buffet line is huge there, and they had stuff that I would have never dreamed of for breakfast. They had almost like a very thick rice pudding that had a tomato stew that went onto it, and I would have never thought breakfast food. And when I look at that, but it was so good. Yeah. The turkey babodi, I know that's one of their signature items there at BOMA is the babodi, and they had a turkey one there, and it was fantastic. Really enjoyed that. They had your traditional, they had bacon, egg, sausage, Mickey waffles, all kinds of pastries. But then you hit the sticky buns and the French toast bread pudding with praline vanilla pecan sauce. And I'm going to tell you right now, I was only able to eat 3 or 4 bites of this, but I probably would have continued to just eat it until I was sick if I had not dealing with the stomach issues that I have already. It was so good. I will dream about this.
You got us dreaming about it.
Oh, it is so, so good. The sticky buns were good too. In fact, when it comes to cinnamon rolls, it's
up there in the rankings.
It was basically a cinnamon bowl roll just with pecans on top. And it was so good. So good.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. The sweet stuff there. The sweet stuff there is just really good. Plus, to alleviate all the rumors, they have Pog juice again. They found a new distributor. They go through Nestle now, so we do have the Pog juice, which is the pomegranate, orange, and guava. I think are the 3 juices that are involved in that. I think that's why it's called Pog. But it was very good. They serve you that. Their coffee there was really good. So anyway, I enjoyed that thoroughly. I went up and looked at into their gift shop. When we stayed there in December, we stayed at Jumbo House, my wife and I. The gift shop there was closed at the time. So I got to go back up there. I think Johari Treasure is the name of it. I went and looked in there, and they have a Jumbo House mug that if I had not bought the other one, this is the one I would have bought. I want it so bad. It's so cool. But I will be picking that up again in December because we have a BOMA breakfast scheduled for there too. And in fact, my ADR day is Monday. So I'm looking forward to getting up at 5 a.m. and scheduling all my ADRs. Went through the gift shop, and then hopped a bus and went back to Magic Kingdom.
Well, what a trip. My gosh.
Yeah.
Chris, this is the longest trip report for the shortest trip I've ever done.
Like I said, I just talk too much. But you know what? It's all right.
You're so much fun. Well, I see. And you did a spicy chicken sandwich with a waffle sandwich. I have Sleepy Hollow. Is that still?
I did. I did.
Sometimes I see good ones. Sometimes I see bad ones. How was it? I need to know.
It was very tasty. The chicken itself tasted almost like an orange chicken, but with a kick to it.
Yeah. That's a good description. I like that, though.
Yeah, that's what it tasted like. I don't think they put enough of the slaw on it. It was there was just one little bitty blob of slaw. And the waffle's huge, which is all bread. I couldn't even hardly eat that. I picked out the chicken and it just had a little bit of the waffle, but it was very good. I enjoyed that. Did a couple more attractions that day, but then went back to my hotel because I had checked my baggage earlier that day. Back with Bell Services, picked it up and got on a lift and was back on the airplane.
My gosh, Chris, this has been a really fun trip report. Like I said, the longest one I've ever had for the shortest trip.
Well, I had a lot of fun. I packed a lot into those 2 days.
You sure did. That was fantastic. I'm so glad I reached out to you to come and do your trip report. And I am so looking forward to sleeping with you. Or did that come out right?
Please edit that out.
Staying with you for the G3 and all of our other friends coming up in February.
It's going to be a blast.
Well, I hope you stay in touch. And if I can find that Splash mountain mug. I'm going to do a little Geek and Recon for you, okay?
Absolutely. And I have Venmo and Cash App and PayPal and whatever you want.
I think I owe you one.
Oh, you don't owe me nothing.
All right, dude. Well, I'll talk to you when I get back from my trip.
Oh, absolutely.
See
Looking
you on
forward
the
to hearing
Zoom
about
calls.
it.
Huh?
Said looking forward to hearing about it.
Yeah. I hope I got somebody who can do my trip report with me. I don't know. It's a little weird.
Yeah, you're doing a charter flight and special conference banquets, and you're being all bougie.
I know, 4 days of work before I can enjoy it. But yeah, I think Wendy's going to come down and do my trip report.
Oh, that's cool.
I think so. I got to do Auntie Judy and Uncle Ken's too. They're going to be coming back.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of geeks down there right now. A lot of geeks,
yeah. A lot of geek and fun going on right now. All right, dude. We'll talk to you again real soon.
All right. Thanks, Kurt. Bye, geeks.
It is great talking with my pals in the Geekin' family. Chris has become a good friend of mine and going to be staying in the Pop Century room. He offered to share the room with me on the Grand Geekin' Gathering. Can't wait to hang out with Chris and Glenn Kessler and Andy Hoffman, my roomies down at the Grand Geekin' Gathering, but that was great. And another one of my big pals, Daniel Ginger, just totally coincidence that came up from an intro he did about a year ago, because I just recorded Daniel's trip report for his wife's birthday trip they just got back from. So I talked with Daniel yesterday on a Saturday, had another fun trip report that's going to be coming to you guys. So it's probably going to be a month away because I've got a bunch recorded this week. I recorded with Samantha Kuhn, Brandon Haberman. So I've been rocking the trip reports. So much fun talking to you guys. And I'd love to get a new intro from someone. Just record it on your phone. It's fun. Send it to me. I can suggest just tell us your name. Be creative. Do what Daniel did there and tell us where you're from, a fun Disney World fact or two about yourself. And then you go geeking on Walt Disney World with Curtis and the whole Geekin' family. Email them to me, kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. And all those guys are Patreon supporters. My pals, thank you so much for supporting me and the podcast on patreon.com. That's where you can donate monthly to the show. You can even do an annual donation now. Patreon supports that. And I like to give you guys some bonus podcast episodes. So I've been releasing my live recordings. I bring my little recorder. I call him Harry the Fourth because he's got a big windscreen that's all furry. And I walk and talk into the microphone and record some park attractions and audio. This time I'm on the safari this week. I recorded, and I'm talking with one of the cast members about the gorillas, and then some fun Irish singing, if you want to hear me sing, and having a good time at the Raglan Road. That was a lot of fun. I released three of my favorite songs that I heard that night. And I've got more recordings coming. So if you'd like to get some of those bonus episodes, but mostly if you just like to contribute to the success of the podcast, I really appreciate all you guys do for us. Thank you so much. And helping me go to Disney World for the Grand Geekin' Gathering. I got to get my annual pass and get my parks all set up, but it's shaping up to be a really fun time. You've heard a bunch of my friends that I bring on the podcast. They're all going to be down there, many of them, most of them, and it's so exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to make the winter easier to get through, but it's starting to get cold here in Connecticut. Yeah, February 3rd through the 6th, that's Thursday through Sunday. We'll be in Animal Kingdom on Thursday. Friday will be Magic Kingdom, and then Saturday, Epcot, and then Hollywood Studios on Sunday, February 6th. I'm going to be there February 1st now through the 9th. So awesome. Yeah, Kermit, I'm excited too. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Got t-shirts out there because the geeks are back in town. That's what the t-shirt says on it. And you get those through TeePublic. They're on sale lots of times too. So get your t-shirt before you get down to the Grand Geekin' Gathering and come have fun with us. Just hang out. We got a bunch of fun activities, but it's just fun going on attractions with geeks, having a few meals with each other, and just having a good time in the presence of the Geekin' family. And again, thanks for supporting Mom and Auntie Judy and their travel agency. They really appreciate all that you do for them, and they love working with you guys. So email them, travelandtiaras@gmail.com. And we are committed to helping you enjoy your Disney World vacation. So just reach out to me if you'd like to do a trip report. If you want to book a trip or Review your plans for your trip, kurt.stone@geekin on wdw.com. Thanks for going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. We love you, geeks. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true.